All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 1:35. Gajil! Yo! Gajil! It's good to see you, my friend. What a wonderful chapter of One Piece, am I right? Now it's time to move on to JUJUTSU Kaisen. So let's go ahead and get the formalities out of the way, shall we? Yo! Peoples, Kyushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another JUJUTSU Kaisen chapter reaction and review. I don't know how to explain the last chapter we went through. It was pure insanity, put in drawn form. We were jumping from so many TV tropes and from movie tropes, all tons of tropes just because of Takaba's curse technique affecting Kenjaku and everything around him. Just basic reality warping, which was just pure bo insanity. And now we get to see if Kenjaku is going to be able to pull a fast one on Takaba and try and triumph over his curse technique. Because if Kenjaku can't beat him, then 1,000 years of Jujutsu knowledge is just going to be put to waste. So let's begin with JUJUTSU Kaisen Chapter 243, Foolish Survivor, Laughing It Up. And we have both Kenjaku and Takaba walking out on this big, massive stage area where tons of people are waiting for them. And then it's both of them doing, I guess, stand-up, with Kenjaku going, "Hey, what's up? You free on Wednesday?" "Why now? We've already started." I'm free, unless it's to help a friend move." "No, then never mind." "You were going to ask me to help you move, weren't you?" "Hi, we're Pinchan. Remember us as Pinch and Chance. But our names are Takaba and Kenjaku. Anywho, pleased to meet ya." "You familiar with Momotaro?" "Nope." "Come on, work with me here." "All parents tell that folktale to their kids." "All parents tell that folktale to their kids." "Well, I don't know it." "Seriously?" "Dad wasn't around and Ma was busy." "Oh, sorry. This must be a sore subject." "I don't know what you think about fatherless homes, but I was happy. I had a loving mother who read stories to me all the time, like Momotaro." So you do know it." "Well, I don't know what you think about fatherless homes, but I was happy. I had a loving mother who read stories to me all the time, like Momotaro." "So you do know it! Why'd you lie?" "Because I'm lonely and crave attention. Because my ma was busy." Gah! "You were a bit too harsh at the start." "Oh? I noticed when you clicked your tongue at me." "Tch, I did not." "What's your problem?" "I'm sensitive to mood, so I tell old tales to lighten things up." "Well, I'm too dumb to understand that. And maybe you prefer a dog, monkey, and pheasant for friends?" No, I was employing a literary convention." "Like I said, I'm too dumb for that." Momotaro was actually born after the old man and women ate a rejuvenating peach and bumped uglies." "Too much information, man!" "But yeah, that's one theory." I wouldn't know. I'm too dumb, but you never know until you try. I'm off to fight demons, Granny." "Hey, not so fast."
"Momotaro, take these kibi dumplings with you."
No can do. I got a phobia of food that people make by hand."
"Just shut up and take it."
And the thing is, they're in this... This is going to be another one of those chapters, isn't it? Where I can't make sense of anything. They're in this stand-up, and they have the judges who are laughing at their routine right now. They're just laughing all over.
"Just shut up and take it."
But they do look delicious. As an old woman taking it easy on her pension, you must have had time to spend making them. But the elderly are a burden on younger generations, so I'll be glad when I don't have to see your mug anymore, you old bat."
"You're the worst."
"But don't die yet, okay?"
"Aw, how sweet of you. You're already back in my good graces. Ain't that funny?"
"Look, a golden retriever. Make it a Japanese breed or it's too jarring. Maybe a mutt or a Shiba Inu." These dumplings are tasty. They even won a gold prize."
"Every fried chicken joint wins that. Not winning is what's hard."
Wait, Is it okay to give dogs dumplings?
Now you're being too realistic.
I better not, it may have onions in it.
Good point. After all, onions are toxic to dogs.
Is that real? No, seriously, is that real?
There's a phone number on his collar. Enough with the details, it's too jarring.
Hello? Yes. Yes? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I think it's a golden... Oh, it's a Labrador.
Now you're jacking it up with the dog's owner?
The owner lives in near Nerima. That's 20 minutes. That's 30 minutes on foot.
What about fighting demons?
I'll call Demon Island to cancel. I wonder if the phone number is on the website. Oh, it has a profile on the what is it? Tablogs? Tablog? On the Tablog site. Tabalog. I've never seen that word before, Tabalog. It's got like a hyphen in it like it's one big word. Ooh, it has a profile on the Tabalog site.
Must you be so jarring?
Oh, it only has 2.1 stars.
Does that matter right now?
Hello, I'd like to cancel my reservation for today. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, there's a cancellation fee? Here's what I'll do. I'll send the monkey and pheasant ahead to fight.
Hold on a second.
Yes?
The demons are sure to kick your butts. Didn't you learn in school that piecemeal attacks don't work?
Idiot. Haven't you ever heard of air supremacy? They can't touch a pheasant in flight. It'll be dropping poop bombs. And poop bombs are awesome! Are you in
elementary school? Looks like we have to choose between easing John's owner's worry.
The dog doesn't
have a name.
Or sparing my animal psychics' lives. Obviously, sparing lives is more important. Anyway, I'm firing the pheasant.
What? Why?
So the owner doesn't quail and worry.
Nice pun, and the crowd's up out of their seats.
What's wrong?
And then Takaba, and now mind you, this whole routine is going. Is this really what is this really what comics do when they have like a duo act? Man, I don't know how Abbott and Costello did it so effortlessly. Years of practice, but good lord. But then things get serious as Kenjaku says,
what's wrong? I just realized. This has to end. It's my dream performance. Your fans love how you look, but they don't know the first thing about comedy. But I like even them. They're adorable.
Wow. Two of the girls that are in this crowd are the two girls that followed Gato when he was alive. Because, you know, it's, what is her name? Noriko or Nariko? I forget her name. But those two girls, one has a fan that says Ken-kun, and the other one that says, leave me in stitches. I wonder if that's a reference to the fact. And mind you, it has like a line with a hand going across it, referencing how Kenjaku has stolen the body of Gato and, you know, used the stitches to keep his head still attached to him. It's my dream performance. Your fans love how you look, but they don't know the first thing about comedy. But I like even them. They're adorable. So I don't want this to end. I don't want it to end.
Don't cry. It'll kill the mood.
And then, as it cuts to Takaba putting his hands on Kenjaku, we cut to the present. We cut into real life where Takaba is just laying on the ground in funeral garb with Kenjaku going,
that's enough.
Thank you.
You cracked me up.
As Kenjaku starts laughing.
Woo! Woo! Hold up! Hold up! Yo! 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 Oh my goodness! The worst possible person to show up right behind Kenjaku! While Kenjaku say like, thanks, you cracked me up. Who is it who shows up right behind him with his sword drawn? It's Yuta Okotsu! Yo, your boy Yuta. Your boy Yuta is already behind Kenjaku. He's already behind him! And Kenjaku notices and he goes, curse technique reversal, anti-gravity. And here's the thing, Yuta was behind Kenjaku right here.
But Kenjaku swings around to aim at him, and Yuta's right behind him again. Like, oh, you thought I was over here? No, I'm right here. This man pulled a slicky, and Kenjaku is left bewildered as... Yo, he got him. Yo.
How did this happen? Okotsu has immense cursed energy. Why didn't I notice? Oh, I get it. I didn't want an interruption.
Because, yo, Takaba had Kenjaku so immersed in his comedian technique that Kenjaku didn't want anything interrupting him. So he literally, mind, body, and soul, ignored the fact that anyone else was in the vicinity. And that includes Yuta Okotsu, who has immense cursed energy that can be sensed by the likes of Kenjaku. But because of that, this allowed Yuta to show up, blitz Kenjaku, get behind him quickly, and slice his head off. Let me say this again. Kenjaku has been beheaded. Kenjaku has been beheaded.
How did this happen? Okotsu has immense cursed energy. Why didn't I notice? Oh, I get it.
As we see Kenjaku's head start to fall from his shoulders.
I didn't want an interruption. As we see Takaba just laying on the ground, just casually. Was this the plan all along?
Takaba wouldn't kill anyone.
I see. I hate to leave so much undone. But my will shall be carried on.
And this is Kenjaku saying this as his head is separated from his shoulders. Kenjaku has been beheaded, everybody. You see, he doesn't have a curse technique that will allow him to reattach his head. Like he's capable. His Kenjaku's curse technique is what allows him to transplant his brain into other bodies. But he's been beheaded. You can't just circumnavigate around that so easily. Yuta, just in case, lop off all of his limbs. Just go full Isaac Clarke. Treat his body like that of a necromorph. It's not dead. He's not dead completely until you dismember all of his limbs. But Kenjaku is leaving some very eerie words at the end of this chapter. Wow. Yuta finished that job he started in 0. Woo! Yuta finished that job he started in 0. The one he almost killed in Jujutsu Kaisen 0 was Gato, OG Gato, and Yuta just bodied him. Yuta is now far more powerful than he's ever been ever since we were first introduced to him, and he gets him again, and this time without using Rika. Let me say that again. The one who defeated Gato before was Yuta using the power of Rika. Here, we just got Yuta, and he just using his regular strength with no Rika to be seen. Let me see. The end is very interesting. It is. I'll say that much. I mean, I'm assuming that it's just like this cranked up to 12 with the duo act. Feel bad for Yuki because look at all the special grades, and then there's her, Yuta MVP. Seriously, Gajeel, talk about ultimate stall. Let's go. Literally. This whole act was to make it so that Kenjaku was so immersed in the comedian curse technique that he wouldn't even be able to he wouldn't be able to want to pay attention to anything on the outside. It was a ploy to get Kenjaku so immersed in comedian that he would ignore outside sources and just want to be engulfed in comedian. Talk about ultimate stall. Very poetic that it's Yuta who gets Kenjaku. Yeah, part of me is thinking he might be alive. We'll have to see, because he's still speaking. So maybe that's the brain part of him that it still allows him to speak. But you can't use a curse technique to just straight up reattach your head like that. That's not how it works. You're not going to have like this big, long centipede-like creature come out of your body and reattach your head like it did for Eren. It's not going to work that way. Maybe you're thinking of when Kenjaku got the top of his head cut and was still alive. I mean, he did get his head, like, separated, but it didn't get to the brain. The brain is the real meat of the matter here. But Yuta, wow! I didn't think, Yuta didn't waste any time. Showing the speed on Yuta. Can he heal his body? Actually, let's actually do some research on reverse curse technique and what it completely involves. So, reverse curse technique is a special type of curse technique that takes cursed energy and reverses it into positive energy. It is a very complex technique and is mainly used to heal human bodies. A reverse curse technique processes negative energy into positive energy by taking two sources of cursed energy and multiplying them by one other. As a result, the energy that destroys becomes energy that creates, and negative energy becomes positive. Despite sounding simple enough, producing reverse cursed energy is extremely complex and difficult to perform for most jujutsu users. Reverse cursed energy can be used for various purposes, but most commonly healing. Cursed energy comes from negative emotions, which are unfit for healing living things. However, cursed spirits that are made up of cursed energy don't require reverse curse technique to heal. Jujutsu sorcerers use reverse cursed energy mainly for generating new flesh to heal human bodies. However, even using a reverse curse technique to heal wounds can sometimes leave a scar. While very few sorcerers can utilize a reverse curse technique, there are even fewer that output it to heal people other than themselves. Cursed spirits are vulnerable to reverse cursed energy, as the positive energy can compromise the integrity of their cursed energy-based bodies. When reverse cursed energy is blasted directly into a curse, it compromises the structure of their body and causes them to disintegrate. Reverse curse technique can even be used to replenish one's burnt-out curse technique after using domain expansion. However, one cannot heal their body at the same time as their curse technique. Healing a burnt-out curse technique requires a user to destroy the part of the brain in which curse techniques are engraved, and then heal that part with a reverse curse technique. According to Yuta Okotsu, that is something very risky to do even once. As displayed in his duel against Sukuna, Gojo overexerted himself using this technique to the point that he could no longer expand his domain. Now here, we see the different users. So we have Shoko Ieri, we have Ryomen Sukuna, we have Gojo, we have Yuta Okotsu, we have Uraume, we have Iori Hanazuka Zoki, we have Kinji Akari, and Kenjaku. Kenjaku is capable of using a reverse curse technique to heal himself and others. He healed Sugaru Geto's body of wounds sustained from Yuta and Gojo before transplanting his brain into it. Then he healed the scars from that procedure with reverse curse technique as well. While possessing Geto's body, Kenjaku healed his shattered arms after they were broken by Yuki Tsukumo. Kenjaku can also utilize curse technique reversal with great proficiency as well. By applying the positive energy from reverse curse technique to anti-gravity system, Kenjaku can reverse the effect and intensify the force of gravity around him. Now the thing is, he tried to use the same thing against Yuta. He tried to use the same thing against Yuta. He tried to use anti-gravity against Yuta, but Yuta was just too fast. Do you realize how fast you gotta be to outpace someone who can manipulate gravity? Gravity isn't just something that takes a while to build up. It is there presently, and a person who's capable of manipulating gravity can instantaneously cause all gravity around them to just be subject to their will. And gravity doesn't have a speed. It just has an amount. So it can happen. It can happen instantaneously. How fast is Yuta going for him to be in front of behind Kenjaku? Kenjaku tries to swing around and use gravity, and before he can even get the thought out of using anti-gravity system, Yuta just cuts his head off. Because I don't think reverse curse technique will work with him being beheaded. Most we see people using reverse curse technique, it involves the hands. It involves... It's not just like, I'm going to use reverse curse technique on my head to attach itself back to the body, because his head flew away from... Kenjaku's head has fallen away from his body. And also, it makes it seem like he knows he's probably not going to make it, because he says, I hate to leave so much undone, but my will shall be carried on. So he's saying all of this while his eyes are bulging. I also don't want to add more fear, but we don't know how that brain transplant technique works. Who says it has to be manually? We don't know how it works. Also, I feel like Kenny loses nothing from switching bodies because he's got the brain technique, he's got the cursed spirit manipulation from Gato. But here's the thing, though. The reason why the cursed technique doesn't go with Kenjaku, though. His own cursed technique stays with him. But the spirit manipulation comes from Gato's body, not Kenjaku. It's not like just engraved in his brain and now he can use the cursed spirit manipulation from Gato. And it just goes over to a new body. It's not like how it would be for Sukuna to transfer his body over to another individual and then the cursed techniques of that body transfer over like with Sukuna. That's a whole reason. That's a whole reason why he transferred to the body of Megumi in the first place, so he could get access to the Ten Shadows technique, which could get him access to Maharaga, which could get him access to a Ten Shadows Shikigami that's capable of basically deleting Limitless. And the gravity technique from when he was inhabiting the body of Yuji's mom. Wait, actually, you know what? Hold on. You actually might be onto something here. Hold on. Let me run through this again. Before I get comments from people later on saying like, actually, you're wrong, let me look at all the things that Kenjaku can do. Let's see. Curse technique. Innate technique. Let's see. Let's see here. Immense cursed energy. Innate technique allows him to swap bodies with another person, even if they are dead, by transplanting his brain into the body of his target. After the transplant, this technique leaves a stitch scar running horizontally through the forehead. Kenjaku can remove the top part of his head to reveal his original brain. Once inside a body, Kenjaku gains access to the host's cursed energy, all their innate techniques and memories. Even the Six Eyes cannot recognize him as an imposter as he retains the host's cursed energy. Kenjaku can live more than 1,000 years thanks to his cursed technique while inhabiting different bodies. As shown with his usage of Kaori Itadori's technique fighting Choso and Yuki, it's been hinted that even when switching to a new body... Okay. I was wrong! As shown with his uses of Kaori Itadori's technique fighting Choso and Yuki, it's been hinted that even when switching to a new body, Kenjaku retains access and usage of his former host's innate curse techniques. Even if Kenjaku could collect different curse techniques from his previous host, there's a limit to how much his brain can store before overloading. So, it is entirely possible that he can still have access to the ability to have cursed spirit manipulation from Gato. It's entirely possible. Think we'll see the binding vow between him and Sukuna. Should be interesting. We don't know what all went on between him and Sukuna when they were talking to each other before they separated. Sukuna went to go fight Gojo. Kenjaku went to go handle his own business. We don't know what all went on there. The specifics of it all. And the gravity technique from when he was inhabiting the body of Yuji's mom. Yes. We've covered that. I've corrected myself on how I was incorrect. 400 years ago, Kenjaku transplanted his brain with his innate technique into an unknown person's body. He used this vessel to make binding vows with past sorcerers, particularly with Hajime Kashimo. Then we have Noritoshi Kamo. Then we have Kaori Itadori. Then we have Sugaru Gato. And then he has access to like cursed spirit manipulation, maximum Uzumaki, anti-gravity system, reverse curse technique, and then his domain expansion that we never really saw the full extent of. We got womb profusion, but we never did see what it actually does. Then former techniques, extracted technique, former Jujutsu, idle transfiguration. After expelling Mahito via the maximum Uzumaki technique, Kenjaku gained his innate technique for a one-time use. Idle transfiguration granted Kenjaku the ability to reshape other people's souls and potentially himself. Used it on Tengen's barrier to kickstart the culling game. So, all this time I actually thought he had idle transfiguration at all times, but he only had it one time to start the culling game. And then, of course, obviously, he had the prison realm before. So, this should be interesting. Kenjaku's head is still speaking, saying how his will will be carried on. So who's to say that Kenjaku dies here? Or he has another way of still remaining alive after the fact. Because remember, this man's whole big goal was to combine every negative energy spirit left behind from all the people killed during the Culling game with Tengen to create some sort of otherworldly cursed spirit. And with him having access to cursed spirit manipulation, it would enable him to take control of that spirit and its power. But to what end and to what reason, we still don't know. So who's to say that even with his head cut off, if this truly is the end of Kenjaku? We don't know. Now, as Jays has said, we could see the extent of the binding vow between him and Sukuna, but we don't know what to extent yet. And it doesn't seem like we're getting a break next week, so we get to find out what happens with One Piece, My Hero, and Jujutsu Kaisen as well, and how we go from Yuta just straight up blitzing the guy and cutting his head off, and if this truly is the end of Kenjaku. There's only one way to find out. Overall, I enjoyed this chapter. It's sad to see the randomness and craziness of Takaba's comedian curse technique dissipate, but Kenjaku getting his head cut off, that's the most amount of damage this man has suffered the entire time we've seen him. Like, sure, he's healed broken arms because they were literally broken off by Yuki and her inhuman strength, but this man just got his head cut off. That gives you control of the rest of your body. I'm just saying, that's going to be hard to reattach. I don't know how much thread he's got inside of his robes to reattach his head if it's possible, but I don't know. But we're just going to have to see next week with next week's chapters. Whew. I tell y'all, Jujutsu Kaisen is getting better and better. I love it. I love this series. I really am. I really do. Yuki feels so insignificant as a special grade sorcerer. I mean, I feel like people would try and compare her to Star and Stripes. Like, Yuki showed up, did a little fighting, and then got bodied. The same way that Star and Stripes showed up, did a little fighting, and then proceeded to get bodied. But not before they left like a final, for lack of a more, a big, what is the word? I don't want to sound crass. Because that's just not how I speak. Not even online. Both individuals left a significantly deep mark in the other due to their fights. Star and Stripe, she's the one that used New Order for New Order wreaking havoc on Shigaraki's body on the inside. And Yuki, what did she do to Kenjaku? She almost killed him, and he had to use reverse curse technique at a split second, at a specific moment, otherwise he would have died instantly. So they both left some significant marks on each other. So it's kind of comparable to that. They showed up, they did their thing, and then they died. So it's kind of similar to that. Though to be fair, the other four are monsters in themselves, so I think that's unfair for me to say. I mean, for Yuki to be regarded in the same group of people as Gojo and Yuta Okotsu, that's not a small thing. Even though it seems like she maybe didn't do an entirely large amount, her still being special grade is no small feat. But overall, I enjoyed this chapter. Family just got here with food, so I'm going to go ahead and help them bring that in. Everyone here and now, thank you for being here. You mean the world to me. You're not just numbers that add up over time whenever I look at my dashboard or anything, as this channel continues to grow higher and higher towards 100K. 100K. I got so excited I literally gave myself the hiccups. But I just want to say it's an immense honor and privilege to be your entertainer every single time I get in front of this camera. It's a joy. It's fun for me, and I'm looking forward to the next couple of things that I'm going to be doing for all of you, including my big review for all the games I played this year, and me starting Fire Force this week on December 1st on Friday. So look forward to that. So it should be fun. Well, it should not just should be. It will be fun, and I can't wait to spend that time with you. Hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, subscribe, even become a member, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.